Ho ho ho! It is me, Renaissance Santa, and what would you like for Christmas, my dear subscribers? Did I hear someone ask for a top 10 list of my favorite video game soundtracks? No? Well, you're getting it anyway. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! If you're not subscribed, I'm putting you on the naughty list.
Alright, you can open it early. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get started. Starting off our list at number 10, we have the Luigis Mansion 3 main theme. The theremin was invented so it could be used to make the theme for Luigi's Mansion. There are a lot of really good songs in the Luigi's Mansion series, but I think this one is my favorite. This song does a perfect job at setting the tone for the entire game very early on, because it's scary, but not horror-like. It's playful, but just a little bit off and slightly eerie. I wouldn't want it to scare me, I just want it to make me feel slightly uncomfortable, like anything's about to happen. Any song that's set in 3/4 already sounds like a waltz, and in this case that's a great thing because it's automatically associated with wealth, which fits very nicely with mansions and 5-star hotels. And lastly, like I said, I absolutely love the theremin. The way it flows, it just sounds so good. Next on the list is the Forest of Hope theme from Pikmin. With the same notes and melody repeated over and over, I'm sure there are some people who find this song repetitive, but not me. I don't think the Pikmin games have a definitive main theme. Each game kind of has a main theme of its own, and I think this one would probably be the first Pikmin's. The song is very comforting, but somehow it still maintains that sense of urgency, and that might be because I associate it with the game, but I think it might also have something to do with that repetitive nature. The song is also long enough so it doesn't have to loop ever. It's the same length as a day in Pikmin 1. Like with any good piece of background music, it's not made to stick out. It's made to be in the background. But the song is still very recognizable, which is why it's one of my favorites. It's the song I think of when I think of Pikmin, the other one being the End of Day theme. Coming in at number 8 is The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Dragon Roost Island. I think most people will agree on me with this one. And to be honest, I had a hard time deciding whether I liked Dragon Roost Island better or the theme for Rito Village from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Both songs sound very different, but they do share some key melodies and harmonies that help to make them similar. But ultimately, I decided that I liked Dragon Roost Island better for being a little bit more adventurous. And like how Gusty Garden became the unofficial theme of Mario Galaxy, Dragon Roost Island has become the unofficial theme of The Wind Waker. Next on the list at number 7 is more Legend of Zelda, but this time it's Breath of the Wild's Hateno Village. I'm not sure what that main instrument is, but I like to say it's either the bagpipes, the accordion, or an erhu, which is a traditional Japanese instrument, which would make sense. If Ocarina of Time was scored by John Williams, then Breath of the Wild would be scored by Hans Zimmer. The music for Breath of the Wild is much more atmospheric and broken up than traditional Zelda, but there are a few pieces of music that work like a theme and stick out from the rest. This is one of them. I have probably listened to this song 100 times or more, but it still sounds the same as the first time I heard it. Can you believe it took this long to get to an official Mario game? Next on the list at number 6 is Super Mario 64's Dire Dire Docks. Even with an outdated sound font, this song still sounds beautiful. It sounds like water. The song is quite simple, but because of the way it's been layered, it adds some depth and complexity to it. Mario 64 songs are either as wild and as playful as they can be, or a complete lullaby. There are a few exceptions, of course, there always are, but I think most people will agree with me when I say that this song is one of the definitions of a Mario lullaby. And even though I didn't grow up with Mario 64, I'm from the Mario Galaxy era, this song still gives me nostalgia somehow. Just another example of the genius of Koji Kondo. I know we're only halfway through, but,
Ho ho ho, you're still here. Well, I have something very important to tell you. I need all you little youngsters to subscribe to the Renaissance. Ho ho ho, if you don't, I'll put you on the naughty list. I'd seriously think twice about it if I were you. Alright, back to the video. I'm serious though.
Sorry about that. On with the list. Coming in at number 5 is Mario Galaxy's Space Junk Galaxy. Like with so many other songs on this list, this one can speak for itself. Mario Galaxy has one of the greatest soundtracks of any game ever. Gusty Garden is the most well-known and most often favorited, rightfully so, but there's something about Space Junk Galaxy that I just love. And I think it sounds the most like space out of every song in the game. And it's amazing to think that a song like this one, that's so calming and peaceful, fits alongside Mario jumping around perfectly. Are there any types of music that don't work with Mario? Next on the list at number 4, we have The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time's Song of Storms. This song is insanely simple. It's basically just that same melody repeated over and over. And this song probably wouldn't have made it on this list this high if it wasn't for what other people have done with the song, the different arrangements that people have made. I definitely recommend you check out Timothy Mann's arrangement of Song of Storms. That is the reason this song is as high on the list as it is. Next on the list is a song that I could probably get in a lot of trouble for. Shogun Studios from Paper Mario, The Origami King. You've probably noticed at this point most songs on this list are very classical, but there are a few songs like this one, mostly other video game soundtracks, that I enjoy. Now I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, how can a song from Paper Mario, The Origami King, be in third place? I want to avoid the subject of Paper Mario because this video would become very long, so let me give you a very short answer. It just is. I like The Origami King a lot for some reason, and I like this song for some reason. Second place is a very special song because it's the only one on this list that isn't from a Nintendo game. And that's not because I was trying to make it all Nintendo. Nintendo just happens to have the best music, but this song comes from somewhere else. Aria Math from Minecraft. Or better yet, by C418, the man who actually wrote the song. This is by far my favorite Minecraft song. And although I do like Sweden and Wet Hands and Mice on Venus and so on, this song is the most nostalgic for me. Aria Math, I don't know how it got that name, has become the unofficial theme of creative mode, which I have spent a lot of time in. When you listen to this song in full, you'll notice that at first it'll have very few instruments, but then over time more and more get added until it reaches the climax where they're all playing at once, and then it slowly fades back out. And now, for number 1, my favorite piece of video game music ever, at least for the time being, Steam Gardens from Mario Odyssey. I don't think anyone could have predicted that, so why is that song number 1, at least for the time being? Well, it has a lot to do with where the song is found. You'd think, from the way it sounds, that it would come from a beach level, but you would be wrong. It's actually from a mechanical forest filled with robots. The Wooded Kingdom. This is my favorite location in any video game ever, and I am more likely gonna make a full video talking about it at some point, but not today. I also think the song is number 1 because of how fun it is to actually play it on the piano. If you would be interested in a video of me playing it, please leave a comment. But I do recommend you at least listen to a piano arrangement of this song. I also think this song just fits Mario. Like I said, there's not a genre of music that doesn't go well with Mario. But for some reason, when this specific song is playing in the background, and you pull off a very impressive jump, it just adds to it. But like I said, this is only my top 10 for the time being. It'll probably change in a few years. Will I make another top 10 video when that happens? I don't know. But what I do know
is that you're going to subscribe, you naughty little children. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, everyone! Unless you're not subscribed, and then un-Merry Christmas.
Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas!